2015. In context, U.S. location, U.S., France, UK, Greece, Switzerland. Theme, jewel theft. Before, 1883 to 85. Sofia Ivanovna Blashstein, a legendary Russian con artist, perpetrates numerous thefts from hotel rooms. She is eventually caught and sentenced to imprisonment with hard labor. After 1991, Kip Young Foon commits 5 armed robberies of Hong Kong goldsmiths, making off with $2 million worth of jewels. He is arrested after a gunfight, during which he was shot in the back in May 1996. 1993, a gang of international jewel thieves known as the Pink Panthers commit the first in a series of jewelry store robberies, stealing more than $500 million in gold and gems. Doris Payne, an octogenarian with a criminal record dating back to 1952, did not plan a career as an international jewel thief. She wanted to be a ballerina. But at the age of 13, when she felt slighted by a white store owner after being allowed to try on a wristwatch, she went to leave the store, only realizing at the door that she was still wearing the watch. She gave it back, but this event showed her that she could get away with theft. Doris Marie Payne was born on October 10, 1930, in a coal miners' camp in a slab fork in southern West Virginia to an African-American father and assumed mother. The youngest of 6 children, she was raised in segregated America and quit high school to work at an assisted living facility for the elderly. This was to be her only real job. An accomplished thief. A single mother of 2 in her early 20s, in 1952, Doris realized that she could support herself through stealing from high-end jewelry stores. She devised the cleverest ever modus operandi, utilizing her natural charm and sleight of hand in order to distract store clerks, while she tried on a wide variety of expensive rings. She put them on one finger, then another, and moved them about so much that the clerks eventually lost track of what she tried on. All the while, she kept asking questions about the cut, the clarity, the number of carats to provide a further distraction. Payne perfected a routine, presenting herself in a stately, refined manner, wearing elegant dresses, designer shoes, hoop earrings, and perfectly coiffed short hair. Her greatest gift was her ability to captivate an audience with her stories, which would encourage the victim to relax and divert their attention away from the jewels they were selling. A quick getaway. Payne read Town and Country magazine, perusing the jewelry advertisements for ideas of pieces to steal. She then traveled to Cleveland, Ohio, to a specific store to acquire the items she wanted. After performing her routine, she simply walked out of the store, telling the clerk that she would ponder the purchase over lunch and leave wearing the jewelry. The clerks invariably didn't notice the thefts until some time later, allowing Payne enough time to get away, usually in a taxi. Payne then returned to Ohio to sell her tickets to a fence, a person who knowingly buys stolen goods and sells them, based in Cleveland. Prison time. Payne used 20 aliases and 9 different passports to travel the world robbing jewelry stores. Her most famous heist was the 1974 theft of a 10.5-carat emerald-cut diamond worth $500,000 from Cartier in Monte Carlo, Monaco. She extended her skill set to perfect the art of escaping custody. She performed this feat 3 times from a guarded hotel room in Monte Carlo, from a Texas hospital after faking an illness, and lastly from a Paris jail. The longest time Payne served in prison was in Colorado, where she was detained for 5 years after stealing a $57 diamond ring in 1988 from a Neiman Marcus store. She fled Denver while still on parole. Payne was not always successful at escaping capture, however, and served a string of short jail terms. Elderly offender. Payne was arrested in 2013 at age 83. She convinced her staff at a Palm Springs jeweler that she had received a $25,000 insurance policy and wanted to treat herself. She left wearing a diamond ring worth more than $22,000. A judge ordered her to serve several months in jail and, upon her release, to stay away from jewelry stores. She did not honor this order, however, and was rearrested in October 2015. Payne was the subject of a 2014 documentary, The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne, which portrayed her as a rebel who defied society's prejudices to find her own version of the American dream. Career criminal. New criminals are still going strong in their 80s, especially after a lucrative 60-year career during which they have become a celebrity. Doris Payne recalls telling her father as a little girl that she wanted to travel the world, making little piles of salt and flour on areas of the world maps where she someday wanted to visit. Her chosen career certainly enabled that, taking her to France, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, and Greece. At 75, Payne vowed to abandon her life of crime, but came out of retirement to steal a coat in 2010 and a diamond ring the following year. Part of Payne's motivation is undoubtedly that theft has afforded her an extravagant lifestyle. However, Payne also appears to be motivated by the thrill of fooling store owners and the adrenaline rush associated with getting away with theft. The only regrets Payne has admitted to are the times she got caught. She does not appear to have any plans to retire.